Tango 1, weapon away. The Islamic Republic of Iran will respond with full force to this act of aggression. Every tool at our disposal will be deployed.
They asked how a war like this could happen, as if wars arrive without warning, as if the signs were not there. In every failed negotiation, in every missile test, in every cyber attack that went unanswered, in every deadline extended, in every red line drawn and then quietly erased, in every red line drawn and then quietly erased. The Strait of Hormuz remains partially closed. Oil prices have not returned to pre-war levels. The black rain has stopped falling, but the toxins remain in the soil, in the water table.
The International Energy Agency has voted to release 400 million barrels of crude oil.
In the bodies of people who were simply living their lives on a February night when the sky decided to change. There is a new supreme leader in Tehran who has never spoken publicly about peace, and perhaps never will. There is a prime minister in Jerusalem who cannot afford to. The ceasefire is always 6 weeks away. 6 weeks away from months now.
Interception course towing, reloading down inbound, back CSAT.
Black rain falls until it stops. Wars end until
OR,
they
tell them we have a
begin
chest wound,
again.
blast trauma. OR is occupied, and prep the hallway.
When the Israeli Air Force struck Iran's largest petroleum storage complex at Kharg Island, they didn't just hit tanks of crude oil. They hit tanks of processed sulfur compounds, petrochemical byproducts, and industrial solvents that had been accumulating for decades. What followed was not a fire, it was a chemical event. Black rain, contaminated precipitation falling across parts of southern Iran, eastern Iraq, and the Persian Gulf Coast. Benzene concentrations 50 times above safe levels. Populations told to stay indoors, told not to consume groundwater. The war had poisoned the sky, and the sky was falling on people who had never fired a single shot. This is a drinking well. This village has been using this well for everything. The contamination didn't stop at borders. It never does. There is no clean version of this. There is no remediation that begins quickly enough. While the missiles flew, a different kind of war was being fought in the dark. Sophisticated, patient, prepared. Iranian-aligned hackers struck American financial infrastructure, water treatment systems in 3 Israeli cities. A hospital network in Tel Aviv lost patient records for 72.
Security, we have a breach. All treatment systems, yes, all of them. Initiating manual override. They're in the record system. Get Dr. Hoffman now. Tell him we're going to paper. The hospital network in Tel Aviv lost patient records for 72 hours. We're losing the northern substations. It's cascading. Initiate isolation protocol. The protocol isn't responding.
2 hours.
The feed is
On
exploding.
X,
It's all
the
fake.
platform formerly known as Twitter, AI-generated footage flooded feeds. People didn't know what was real. Some still don't. The platform scrambled to deploy detection systems. It was too slow. The disinformation had already been shared 40 million
If asked,
times.
we had no advanced
Some
knowledge of
things
the
came back
timeline.
on. Not
is our
everything,
position.
and not for
The
everyone.
United States has been clear about Iran's commitment preventing Iran from developing nuclear weapons.
If we cannot agree on a statement, we have already agreed on something else entirely.
Turkey condemns these strikes unconditionally. We call on all parties to pursue dialogue. Ankara is prepared to host negotiations. The Security Council will come to order. The chair notes for the record that several permanent members have chosen not to attend. The Russian Federation calls for immediate cessation of hostilities and urges all parties to return to the framework of international law.
China expresses grave concern about the situation XSRL involved. The language of the uninvolved.
Every time the deal failed, Iran enriched a little more, moved a little closer, and the clock ran. He does not hear the camera arrive. His eyes are open, but somewhere else.